Hello and welcome to English with Cheri. I'm so happy you're here today. This is the podcast where we learn everyday English together in a way that feels natural and easy. No textbooks, no tests, just real conversation. So if you're learning English and you want to sound more natural in your daily life, you are in the right place.
And I'm Nick, Cheri's co-host. And honestly, I love this podcast because we talk about real stuff, things that actually happen in life.
Right, real stuff. And today's topic is a really good one. We're talking about work, specifically when you don't like your job. We've all been there, right? Or at least we know someone who has.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've definitely been there. There was this one job I had. I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, we are going to talk about it today.
We are. So in today's episode, we're going to learn the words and phrases you need to talk about this topic in English. Simple, clear English, A1 and A2 level. So if you are a beginner, don't worry. We will explain everything slowly and clearly.
Yeah, and we'll repeat the important words a few times so they really stick. That's kind of the whole idea, right? You hear it again, and then it stays in your brain.
Yes, totally. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the most basic expression. If you don't like your job, the simplest thing you can say in English is, I don't like my job. That's it. Very simple. I don't like my job.
Right, and it's good to know that this is a very natural sentence. People say this all the time. I don't like my job. Short, clear, easy to understand.
Now, why don't you like your job? That's the next question, and there are so many possible reasons, so let's go through them one by one. The first word I want to teach today is boring. And boring means not interesting, not exciting, when nothing new happens and everything just feels flat.
Boring. Yeah, I know that feeling.
So, if your job is boring, you can say, my job is boring, or I feel bored at work. Bored. That's how you feel. Bored.
Right, so the job is boring, and because of that, you feel bored. The job is boring, I feel bored. That's a good way to remember it.
Good point, Nick. You said it so well. The job is boring, and you feel bored. And a lot of people feel this way, especially when they do the same thing every day. Same tasks, same routine, same desk, same everything. It just gets to you after a while. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. And you can say that too, right? I do the same thing every day. That's a really useful phrase. I do the same thing every day. Super simple English, and it says so much.
Yes, great phrase. I do the same thing every day. Okay, learners, say that with us. I do the same thing every day. Good. Now, the next word is stressful. My job is stressful.
Oh, stressful. Yeah, that's a big one. Stressful means there's too much pressure, right? Too much to do, too many problems, maybe too many people asking you things at the same time.
Right, too much pressure. That's a great way to explain it. So, stressful is the word for the job, and stressed is how you feel. My job is stressful. I feel stressed at work. Does that make sense? Stressful job, stressed person.
Yeah, and some jobs are both boring and stressful. Like nothing interesting happens, but there's still too much to do. I feel like that's the worst combination.
Oh, wow, yes, boring and stressful at the same time, that is really tough. And if that's you right now, first of all, I'm sorry, but at least now you know how to say it in English. My job is boring and stressful. You can tell someone how you feel.
Right, and talking about it helps, sort of. Okay, so what's the next one, Cheri?
Okay, so now let's talk about the boss, because the boss is a big reason people don't like their jobs, honestly. And in English, we often say, my boss is difficult. Difficult. That means not easy to work with, not a nice or easy person, My boss is difficult.
Yeah, my boss is difficult is a very polite way to say it. It's a good phrase because it's not too strong, but everyone understands what you mean.
Polite, yes. And there are other words too. You might say, my boss is strict. Strict means they have many rules. They want everything perfect. They say no a lot. My boss is strict. Or you could say, my boss doesn't listen to me. That's a full sentence. My boss doesn't listen to me.
Oh, my boss doesn't listen to me? That one feels really personal, right? When you have an idea or a problem and your boss just doesn't care, that can feel really bad.
It really does. And honestly, that connects to another important phrase. I don't feel valued. Valued. It means important, appreciated. So, I don't feel valued means I feel like nobody sees my work. Nobody says, good job. Nobody appreciates what I do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. And it's a really important feeling to be able to express. I don't feel valued, because sometimes the problem isn't the work itself, it's how people treat you, you know?
Completely. Okay, so let's do a quick review before we move on. We've learned boring, stressful, my boss is difficult, my boss is strict, my boss doesn't listen to me, and I don't feel valued. These are all things you might say if you don't like your job. Good so far?
Good so far, and they're all pretty simple sentences, which is great. You don't need complicated grammar to talk about this stuff, just clear, everyday words.
Right. Okay, so now let's talk about how you feel, because when you don't like your job, your body and your mind start to feel things, you know? And one of the most common things people say is, I feel tired all the time. Tired. That means no energy. You want to sleep. Everything feels heavy. I feel tired all the time.
And not just tired from working hard, right? Sometimes you feel tired even before you start work. You wake up in the morning and you already feel exhausted, just thinking about going in.
Oh, yes, and that's actually connected to another phrase, I dread going to work. Dread. This is a great word. Dread means you feel worried or afraid about something before it happens, a negative feeling before an event. I dread going to work. It means every morning you think, oh no, I have to go again.
I dread going to work. Yeah, I've had that feeling. On a Sunday night, you're already thinking about Monday morning and you just feel heavy inside.
Heavy inside. That's a perfect description, Nick. And you know what? There's actually a phrase for that in English. People call it the Sunday blues or Sunday dread. It's that sad, nervous feeling on Sunday evening because you know Monday is coming. A lot of people feel that way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the Sunday dread. That's so real. Okay, so we have tired, dread, and then what's the next feeling?
The next one is I don't feel motivated. Motivated. This is a really important word for English learners. Motivated means you have energy and a reason to do something. You want to do it. So when you say, I don't feel motivated, it means you have no energy for it. No drive, no reason to try hard.
Right, no motivation. And that's different from lazy, right? Sometimes people think, oh, I'm lazy, but actually, maybe you're not lazy. Maybe your job just doesn't inspire you. That's a big difference.
That is such a good point. Lazy means you never want to work, but motivated means you can work hard, you want to work hard, but this particular job doesn't give you that feeling. So yes, I don't feel motivated is different from being lazy. It's about the job, not about you as a person.
Okay, and I know we have to talk about the big one, the phrase everyone wants to say when the job is really bad. I want to quit.
I want to quit, yes. Quit means to stop, to leave. So, I want to quit my job means I want to stop working here. I want to leave this job. And this is a very common thing to think or say. I want to quit.
And there's a softer way to say it too, right? Like, I'm thinking about leaving. That's less strong. I'm thinking about leaving my job. Sort of the same idea, but a little more gentle.
Great addition, Nick. I'm thinking about leaving, yes. So you have two options. If you feel very sure and very frustrated, you say, I want to quit. If you're still thinking about it, not 100% sure, you say, I'm thinking about leaving. Both are very useful.
And maybe after you decide, you can say, I need a change, right? I need a change. That means I need something different in my life, something new, a new direction.
Oh, I love that phrase. I need a change. It's positive, actually. It's not just complaining, it's saying, okay, I know what I need. I need something different. I need a change. Really good phrase.
Yeah, and you know what? There's another one I want to add. It's too much work. Like when you feel overwhelmed, there's just too much on your plate and nobody helps. It's too much work.
Yes, it's too much work. And connected to that, I'm overworked. Overworked means you work too much. Over means too much, too many, so overworked means they give you too much work, more than one person should have to do. I'm overworked.
Overworked, right? And another one that goes with this, I'm underpaid. Under means not enough. So underpaid means they don't pay you enough money for all the work you do. I'm overworked and underpaid. That's like the classic job complaint.
I'm overworked and underpaid. That's honestly the most complete way to say your job is bad. Overworked means too much work. Underpaid means not enough money. If you say both together, people really understand the situation. So good, Nick.
Right. Okay, so I think we should do a little practice now, like a mini conversation. Pretend we're two friends talking about work, so you can hear how all these phrases sound together in a real conversation.
Oh, great idea. Okay, let's do it. I'll start. Nick, hey, how's work going?
Honestly, not great. I don't like my job right now. It's so boring. I do the same thing every day, and I just don't feel motivated at all.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it the work itself or is it your boss kind of thing?
Both, to be honest. My boss is really difficult. He's very strict, and he doesn't listen to me. And on top of that, I'm overworked and underpaid. I feel tired all the time.
Wow, that sounds really hard. Are you thinking about leaving?
Yeah, I think I want to quit. I really need a change. I just dread going to work every morning, It's not a good feeling.
I understand completely. I hope things get better for you soon. Okay, and that's the end of our little practice conversation. Did you notice? We used almost all the phrases we learned today. Boring, same thing every day, not motivated, difficult boss, strict, overworked, underpaid, tired, dread, want to quit, need a change, all in one natural conversation. That's the goal.
And it didn't sound weird or textbooky, right? It sounded like something two real friends would actually say to each other, and that's the whole point.
That's it. Okay, let's do one final review before we wrap up. I'll say the phrase and Nick will give a quick definition. Ready, Nick?
Ready, let's do it.
Boring.
Not interesting, not exciting, the same thing again and again.
Stressful.
Too much pressure, too many problems. It makes you feel stressed.
My boss is difficult.
My boss is not easy to work with, not nice or flexible. A polite way to say it.
I don't feel motivated.
No energy or drive to do the work. The job doesn't inspire me.
I dread going to work.
I feel worried or unhappy before I even go. I don't want to go. That nervous, heavy feeling.
I'm overworked and underpaid.
I work too much and they don't pay me enough. The classic bad job situation.
I want to quit. I need a change.
I want to leave this job. I want something different in my life, a new direction.
Perfect. You did great, Nick. And well done to all of you listening, too. Honestly, if you can understand and use these phrases, you have some really solid everyday English for talking about work and feelings. And that's what we're here for.
And you know what? If any of these phrases felt personal today, if you actually do feel bored, stressed, or tired at your job right now, well, first of all, we see you. That's real. And second, at least now you can talk about it in English, which is kind of a win, right?
That is a win. Language gives you a voice. It helps you say what you feel, and that matters. So we really hope today's episode was useful for you. If it was, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. That's one of the best ways to help this show grow.
And hey, if you want to practice, try writing 1 or 2 sentences in English using today's vocabulary. Something like, my job is stressful and I don't feel valued. Or, I do the same thing every day and I need a change. Write it down, say it out loud. That practice really helps.
I love that idea. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Just keep going, keep trying, and keep listening. You are doing so well. We'll be back with a new episode very soon. Until then,
Take care of yourselves, and good luck with that job situation.
this has been English with Cheri. I'm Cheri.
And I'm Nick. See you next time.